Hola seekers, and bienvenidos to A Pick a Card with me, Kim. So before we get into the reading, I would like to make some important and fun announcements. The first one being I have finally created a website, which was very fun to do, by the way. So if you are interested in a personal reading with me and you would like to get more information of what reading options I offer, then please do visit the link that is provided in the description box down below. Okay? So on to my second announcement. A little disclaimer, I am not sponsored, associated, or affiliated with this organization or artist. I simply was truly inspired and moved by their motives and their cause, and I wanted to share it with you guys. So Kim Hanbin, also known as B.I., is someone who I admire as an artist and especially as a person, and who has recently released an album titled Midnight Blue. All the copyright of the songs included in this album, which are 3, by the way, have been registered under World Vision, which is an organization that supports children in crisis across the globe. So as they have stated themselves, all proceeds from the sound sources, recordings, and copyright of this album will be donated to support children in need. So if you yourself would like to support this cause, all you have to do is treat yourself with some heartfelt music. Every listen counts, every listen is a donation. So I will be placing the links to the platforms in which you can stream or listen to these songs, as well as a link to the music video for the title song of this album, Midnight Blue. And again, all you have to do to donate is have a listen and enjoy the music. Now, this song is in Korean, so if you do not speak Korean, that is okay. I personally believe that music is a universal language, and if you only allowed yourself to feel into the song, I am sure that you will feel the soulful message the artist was trying to send out. For more information on the World Vision International Organization, I will be placing a link of their website in the description box as well. Thank you so much for your support and for listening, and I hope you enjoy the music. Now on to my last announcement. To celebrate the 1-year anniversary of the Aesthete channel, I will be giving away one personal reading. I did post my first video on March 31st of 2020. So hopefully this video goes up on March 31st of this year. But if it doesn't, then that's okay. So the reading I will be giving away is the Seeker option, and all the information of what this option pertains will be placed here in the video. So if you're interested in entering this giveaway, all you have to do is comment down below what is your favorite song. And if you are called to do so, then please do share with us why this has become your favorite song. Also, as a little token of my appreciation, if the chosen winner has listened to and included their favorite song of the Midnight Blue album in their comment, I will be including an intuitively channeled message in their reading. Again, this is as a thank you for your donation and your support. And as always, of course, if you could like this video, share it with someone else, or subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, then that would be amazing. And the last day to enter this giveaway will be April 9th at 11:59 Pacific Standard Time, and I will be announcing the winner in my next video, so stay tuned for that. Okay, now I have completed all of my announcements. Thank you so much for sitting through all of them. Now let's get into your reading. Hola seekers, and welcome to A Pick a Card with me, Kim. So in this reading, we will look into the month of April to see what this month has in store for you. Now I know I might be a little late on this monthly reading, so I'm going to do this one a bit differently. So instead of looking at love, career, or spiritual personal growth, we are going to look into what changes will be happening for you this month. So we know that some changes are out of our control and some changes are very much in our control. So we're going to look at one change or shift that will occur this month that is out of our control, and we'll look into one change that we can make happen if we so desire to do so. So I often look at it as an opportunity that will present itself this month that can allow for this change or shift to happen. Now, these shifts are here to create beneficial changes, are here to create the best results for you. Apart from that, we will also get an overview of the entire month, what main themes this month will touch, as well as what are some of the lessons that we may learn this April. And we will also get to look into what exciting thing we can expect to happen this month. So these might be good news or blessings and manifestations that are finally coming through for you guys. So as always, we will be using El Tarot and some Oracle cards, as well as some key terms to receive these messages. Okay, now we have 3 groups to choose from. The first group is represented by this blue calcite crystal. For group 2, we have this amethyst. And for group 3, we have this rose quartz, okay? So as always, take as much time as necessary, pause the video if you need to, and whatever crystal here calls out to you, then that will be your group. And the timestamp for each group is provided in the comment section down below. Okay, so now that you've chosen your group, let's jump into your reading. Hola seekers who chose the blue calcite. So before we get into the cards, I would like to share with you what I have intuitively picked up on from solely connecting with the energy of this group. So for you guys, I received quite a few terms such as withhold, reach, outgrow, and at the very end I heard glass ceiling. And I actually felt a lot of pressure at the top of my head, as if I was pressing against the surface, and I felt as if I were confined in this very small space and I was just at my limit of dealing with this discomfort. So I do feel that this month will be all about growing and outgrowing certain situations, environments, mentalities, relationships. It might even be due in terms to career, job situations, or studies. I'm getting like the genie in the bottle. Such immense power, such immense magic held in this tiny little lamp, in this tiny little object. It's like your spirit it has been suppressed for so long. That's the term I'm getting, suppression. And it's begging to be released. It's begging to be free. Thus, if you have been feeling quite restless, frustrated, or even disappointed, like you can't imagine that this is all there is to it, like that this is all there is to your job or to your career or to this relationship or your life in general, then please know that there is so much more waiting for you. This is not the end. You have not reached any ceiling. And if you have been taken for granted, because we did receive the term glass ceiling, if you feel like it's impossible to succeed or to keep growing wherever it is that you are currently at, then I do feel like this month will be the opening or the opportunity to allow you to realize that there is ways for you to keep growing. Again, this is not the end. You see the sky and you so desire it because it is meant for you to reach. And actually this blue calcite is reminding me of like the sky. And I know the phrase "the sky's the limit" is pretty popular, but this is telling you the sky is not the limit. There is more beyond the sky. This is not the end yet. There is still much more to discover, to learn. There is still many more adventures to have. And with this color blue, it is reminding me of the throat chakra. Again, if you have felt like you had to suppress your voice or keep silent, or other people would just not listen to you for whatever reason, this month is about breaking through all of that. It's about finally letting your voice be heard. It's about being seen. And I'm getting recognizing yourself. You will start recognizing exactly who you are this month of April. Okay, but now we will move into the cards. So the first card is from the Art Oracle deck, and it is here to give us an overview of the month of April. It's also here to give us the main themes or what lessons this month will bring. Okay, so we have, oh, I'm so sorry. I know I'm going to butcher this name, so I am not going to attempt reading it out loud, but here we have it. And the message underneath is, one lives many lives in a lifetime. A good idea deserves a good aphorism. You van der pseudonym. I'm not sure if I pronounced that term correctly. Or this. I'm so sorry. Okay. So again, we have the color blue here in the background. And again, I am associating this with the throat chakra. So as it was mentioned in the intuitive message, if recently or the past few years or all of your life thus far, you have felt like you couldn't speak up, or you decided to stop voicing your opinions and your ideas because whenever you did, nobody listened, this month is about, I don't know why I'm getting that, but it's about giving zero fucks. It's about breaking free. I'm actually getting this like a burst of energy. It's like bursting out of something, bursting out of your cage, bursting out of the box. And it's almost like I'm tired. I'm tired of not being heard. I'm tired of not being seen. I'm tired of being taken for granted or being put on the sidelines. And it's kind of this frustration that pushes you forward to finally take front stage, to finally make a change. So kind of very empowered. Oh my goodness. And look, we do have like glass windows here, like a glass wall. Not exactly a glass ceiling, but... And we do have this, I know he's an artist, but I read a little bit about the backstory of this man, and he was actually an entrepreneur, I believe. So if some of you are seeking to excel in your careers, but for whatever reason you haven't been able to, or there's people who keep pushing you down, again, I feel like there's going to be a breakthrough in the month of April, or there's going to be some opportunity that will lead you to that breakthrough. And if some of you who are watching are at a certain stage in your life or a certain age in which you feel like this is it for you, like you can't do more, or you feel like you haven't done enough, and then you feel like you can't do more now because you reached a certain stage, please know that, again, this is not the end for you. It doesn't matter what age you are, what stage in your life you are at. Opportunities will be given to you that if you so desire, you can take and keep on growing and keep on expanding or venture into new things. Because I believe this man did many different things, played many different roles in his lifetime. And that's why we have this message here. One lives many lives in a lifetime. Sometimes we feel like we're only meant to do one career or study one thing or dedicate ourselves to solely one single thing. And because of this mentality, we don't allow ourselves to venture into different things or learn new things, especially if we have already dedicated 10, 20, 50 years of our lives to something, and then realize that possibly this is not something that we wanted to do in the first place, or this is not something that is bringing us joy, that we're tired of doing the same thing we've done for so many years. But since we've done it for so long, we think that we need to continue doing it, right? Because it might feel like a waste to some of us to change our path after having walked the same path for a decade or so. We might feel like we wasted our time or we wasted our money. And so we hold on to the thing that we've done for so long. Also because there might be a fear of change, fear of losing security or stability or comfort. But when we resist, when we hold on, then we put ourselves in a cage. And I don't know why, but I'm seeing this building in the background as a cage. But this man, it's outside of the cage, right? It's like looking at what is keeping you stuck and deciding, you know what? I hold the keys. I can step out of that if I want to. Sometimes it's not easy to step out of that illusion that we can't do something new, that we can't do something different, or that it's too late to try something new. Sometimes it requires work. And like, that's also the scary thing, right? It's like starting all over again. But it's always up to you. It's your choice. And for some of you with this message, a good idea deserves a good aphorism. Some of you have an idea. Some of you have been given an idea. And if you haven't already, I feel like you will be given it in April. It might be this inspiration to move out of this job situation that is not fulfilling you, or that is not appreciating your creativity, your talents, your work. And if you get that inspiration, if you get that idea, you are being encouraged to look more into it, to consider it, because a lifetime has more than one adventure. A lifetime contains more than one story. Now, I do believe this man is the one who termed the aphorism, less is more. Sometimes it's not about how much we have, but it's about how much of what we have inspires happiness within us. So do not hesitate from reaching towards that which you know will bring a sense of fulfillment. Do not withhold. That was the intuitive message. Withhold. Do not suppress. Do not hold back. For the month of April, if you feel like something has been withheld from you, if this is in terms to like finances, returns of taxes, a paycheck or something, in the month of April, I will be honest, I don't feel like you will be given that which you feel is being withheld from you. It's like, even though it doesn't come from the place that you're expecting it to, you will receive that which you feel is of you in another way, or through another person or situation. So you won't be left without, pretty much. Yeah, so I feel like generally this month is about realizing that you can strive for more if you so desire, and there is still room to grow. There is still room for expansion. There is still room for adventure. But I'm going to pull out some keywords just to get more of what main themes this month of April will cover. Okay, that was a lot. But we have offer, we have connection, we have decision, divine, create, and ask. Perfect. Yeah, actually this ask, in terms to the message I was getting about if something has been withheld from you, I feel this month of April, you're being encouraged to not give up on that. Keep on asking, keep on finding ways to receive what is rightfully yours, especially if this is in terms to some legality or again, some finances. You are being asked not to give up. So ask for help if you need to, ask for counsel if you need to. Just allow yourself the opportunity to fight for whatever it is that you feel is rightfully yours, because I feel like that will open doors for opportunities. And again, you might not receive it from that place, but I feel like you will receive it some other way, whatever that is. That's very vague, but that's what I'm getting, because that's why we have offer here. So again, if this is not in terms of something being withheld from you, if you have an idea, and this is in regards to starting a business, or maybe changing a career path, or starting something of your own, then again, do not hesitate to ask. Ask for more information. Ask how you can make this switch. Ask how you can begin this. Maybe this is about partnerships or asking for a loan. Do not be afraid to ask, because you will be given offers. You will be given opportunities to begin whatever this is, to make that change. It's just up to you to make the decision to actually embark on this new venture. Because with connection here, I'm feeling like connecting with somebody, partnering up with somebody. And I feel like if you ask around, it will be like you ask a friend what they think about this idea, or a job if they are accepting people currently. And then this person's all like, oh yeah, I know somebody who may help you out with that, or I know somebody who can hook you up or give you more information or give you an application, something like that. And that's what I feel with connection. Same thing with create. I feel like April, you will be creating a new beginning. It's like creating the foundation for your new beginning. And with divine, again, if you are getting an idea in the month of April, or you have already received it, I feel that it's an idea that has come from the divine. It's like you're being divinely guided. But now I'll move into the next cards. So these cards are to show us what changes will be occurring in the month of April. As I mentioned in the introduction, there are some changes that are out of our control. So this card will let us see what changes or events will occur this month that will be out of our control. And this card here is to show us what changes we can make happen this month if we so desire to do so. Okay, so we have the 7 of Cups, number 21, the stork. And then we have the 6 of Wands, number 43, the lightning. Okay, so the 7 of Cups talks about lots of options, choices. It's an energy of picking and choosing because this card represents having a lot of possibilities. Now, I know I was talking a lot about work, business, studies, or creative endeavors, but looking at the connection here and seeing these storks always remind me of like relationships, happy marriage, commitment. So if this is not so much in regards to business or studies, this can very much be speaking about relationships, about connections. So again, if you feel like in your relationship things have gone stale or stagnant, or you feel like you're not being allowed to show up in your authenticity, or you're not being allowed to grow as an individual within your relationship, I do feel like this is about new relationships coming in, and it's not going to be like solely romantic. This can be friendships. This again can just be partnerships in terms to like work situations, or I'm even getting like a study buddy. Like if you are in school, like this is finding someone that meets you halfway. This is finding someone that understands you. In that way, you can grow with that person. You can begin expanding. And this is also about finding connections that they drive you to think deeper, even to question your old beliefs. And that might be scary for some or sounds scary, but it's more about allowing you to open your mind, again, to get out of the box and see if there's new things that might resonate more with you in the now. So I do see new people coming in, because traditionally this card is 7 cups, and each cup holds something different. So it's like these people that will be presented to you, they all have different personalities. They might all have different belief systems, come from different backgrounds. And so when you meet them, it's like you learn something new. Literally like seeing a new world through another person's eyes or viewpoints. And again, that allows you to push out of your box or come out of your shell. And I'm not saying that all of these relationships will be very magical or beautiful, or that you might like all of these people that are going to meet. Some of these might be very short interactions, but again, it's to allow you that breath of fresh air, even if it's one that you might not like so much, because these encounters will ignite something within you. They will help something shift within you. So with the offer here, I do feel like this is also talking about offers coming in. So for those of you who have been unhappy in a current job situation or in your career, then I feel like if you ask around, if you decide that this is not where you want to continue working or being, and you sent out applications to new places, or you start asking around, maybe there is a certain company or a certain place that you've always wanted to work at or try at, but you never had the courage to actually turn in your resume or ask if they have any job positions. I feel like in this month you will get that inspiration to finally ask, and when you do, you will be given offers. The change here for you guys is more of like offering new opportunities, giving you chances to explore, to continue exploring. And this is all about letting you realize that you don't always have to walk the same path or pursue the same path. Your whole life doesn't always have to look the same. I mean, if you wanted to, then that is totally okay. But if you're asking for a change, then that is what's coming. That's exactly the energy that is here for you in the month of April. Now, with the Six of Wands being here in terms to a change that you can make happen, I don't know if it's your guys' energy, but I'm feeling very hesitant in regards to this group. But now that I see this card, all that goes away, because this is the Six of Wands. And the Six of Wands is about success. It's about recognition, victory, achievements. This is about being confident as well, being in the spotlight. And with the lightning bolt here, it does feel like the light in the darkness. It is like a bursting energy, right? Again, this month for you guys is about change. If there is like this burst of energy or this idea that comes out of nowhere like a lightning bolt, and it hits you, and the moment that hits you, you feel inspired, you feel this burst of energy, your spirit comes alive again, then please use that energy to make that change. Because this Six of Wands is letting you know that there is success waiting for you. There is recognition waiting for you. There is growth waiting for you. And whatever it is that it may be. For some of you, again, it might be in terms to career or studies or creative endeavors. For others, it might be in terms to relationships. This might even be like in terms to yourself. Letting yourself grow. Letting yourself try something new. This might even be just like trying a new routine, like shifting things around in your room, waking up at a different hour than you normally are used to. This month is about realizing that a change, no matter how small or big you perceive it, is still a change, and it can cause a major difference. It can cause a major shift, and that's what the lightning bolt energy is. It's like this major drastic shift. And at the end, it brings about this energy of achievement and success. If it is a new routine, maybe it allows you to feel more confident in yourself, confident in that you can try something new and keep at it and have great results. So, because I feel like this also comes with a goal. If you get this inspiration to set a certain goal for yourself, then again, you're being encouraged in the month of April to try achieving that goal and working on it, because it's better to start now than to start later. You know, like if you start now, then you will be reaching your goal much earlier, much sooner. So again, I feel like your higher self already knows that in the future, whatever it is that you put your mind to, you will be accomplishing. And since they already know that it's guaranteed, they just want to encourage you to start it a little sooner. And I'm not seeing like you will see the results in this month, but it's the beginning of it. It's like starting it now so that you can see the results soon, very soon, instead of starting it a year from now and then it like prolongs it. I hope that makes sense. So this is about making the decision now. And with 2 and 1, you add them up, and that's the number 3, and that's all about creation and creativity. This is about creating a new beginning for you guys. And again, we have the number 7 with 4 and 3, so 7 and 7, that's a very lucky number. That's a number of abundance. That's a number of success. So you have luck on your side. You have luck on your side. And again, I feel like because for some of you, this is being divinely guided. Whatever this idea is, it's being divinely sent to you. So, okay, so this last card is to let us know what you can be excited about for this month of April. So these might be blessings, manifestations, or good news that will arrive in this month. So we have number 12, the Mirror. This is the Temperance card. No, I lied. This is the Hanged Man in the Rider-Waite's Tarot. So this card speaks about self-reflection, introspection. The Hangman often also denotes an energy of uncertainty or a lack of direction. It's about feeling confined, actually, feeling trapped. And I am taking a lot of pauses in this reading because I am feeling very hesitant for some reason. It's like I'm getting these messages, but I'm hesitant on saying them. It's almost this energy of fearing being wrong, because this energy feels so big. For some of you, whatever decision you have been contemplating on making might feel like a big move for you guys, a big change, and it sort of keeps you up at night because it's like, if I make this change and it does not go well, then it's sort of like this doom feeling. But with this card here, it's like such a very beautiful and soothing energy. And whenever the siren comes out, I always see her as representing someone's higher self. So if it is the case that you feel hesitant or you feel frightened making this change of pursuing something new, I know this might not sound very helpful to some of you guys, but this is kind of like a comforting message here of, it's okay. Just look within and you'll realize that all will be okay. Give yourself a moment, a space to feel deep within and think of whatever this idea is. Think about whatever you have been considering. See whether this brings a sense of excitement or if it truly frightens you at the core. If it really feels uncomfortable in your body, this thought, this idea doesn't feel right at all, then you don't have to take any action towards it. But if it inspires you, if it motivates you, if you see a beautiful vision unfolding in front of you or a beautiful future, then that is a message of keep moving forward with this. Try it out. I know there's some things that feel uncertain and they feel a little risky, but that's why I'm very hesitant, because it's almost like taking the leap of faith this April with that first step. So if you're willing to do the work, if you're willing to study this new career or take this class or make those new arrangements or work for this new business endeavor or pursue that new lifestyle, then go for it. And if for some of you, if you have not been happy where you are at, but you don't know exactly where to head towards to, you don't know exactly what it is that you want or what inspires you or fulfills you, or you have no idea has come to you in any way that motivates you to pursue something in specific. Again, I feel like this month you will be given offers, you will be given opportunities, new windows to explore. It's like being given pamphlets of like colleges or of like different careers or whatever it may be. And this month is about reading those pamphlets. It's about learning the information and then delving deep and seeing what of these calls to you. And maybe exploring a little bit of each one. It's like taking like introduction classes of sorts, and then seeing which one calls to you, which one inspires you. And then again, I feel like in April, there will become a moment in when you will have to sit down with yourself and really ask yourself where it is that you want to head to, and then make the decision. But you are being comforted with the fact that if you do make a decision this month and it's coming from you, this choice is coming from you, there will be a success story at the end. And if you prepare yourself or equip yourself by asking for all the information that is needed about this new beginning or this new opportunity that you're about to take, again, like success is guaranteed to come faster to you. It's like the better prepared you are, the more faster this will happen for you guys. And you might get some clues on how to go about this within your dream space. Even like when you're awake in your daydreams, like if you just think about something, if you get an idea again, make sure to consider those ideas. Because again, I feel like they're being divinely sent to you in order to create this shift for yourself. But But yeah, that's all I have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it brought some guidance, some clarity. If it did, then please leave a like or a comment. And if you want to stick around for more readings with me, Kim, then please do subscribe. I do offer personal readings. All the information is in the description box down below. Thank you so much for watching, and until next moment, bye-bye. Hola seekers who chose the amethyst. So before we get into the cards, I would like to share with you what I have picked up on from solely connecting with the energy of this group. So for you guys, I received the message hear and listen. I also heard the phrase be patient, be observant. Now the amethyst, I personally connected with the third eye chakra, and this is all about clarity, vision, and focus. I feel that in this month of April, a lot of information is going to be unveiled or given to you. But it might be not in the way that you expect, or it might be given to you when you least expect it. And that is why I feel you're being asked to be observant, to listen, and to be patient. Because sometimes we want certain information or certain answers and we rush to seek or to find what we are looking for, what we want, because we feel like we need it now. But I feel like your spirit guides or your higher self really want to comfort you in that the information will be given to you at the precise moment. It won't be given to you too early or too late. So don't worry about it. No, that's not much of a consolation, but I just feel like you won't be without. You won't miss the information, and the energy I keep feeling is that of reassurance, like everything is going to be okay, all will be revealed, everything will in a way resolve itself. So be patient, okay? But now I will move into the cards. Okay, so this card is from the Art Oracle deck, and it is here to give us the overview of the month as well as the main themes or the lessons that could be learned this month. So we have Diane Arbus. Look directly at whatever you're avoiding. The bullseye is always in the margins. Listen when a city tells its secrets. Okay, so immediately my attention goes to the camera and the sword over here. So the camera is reminding me of focus, and sword connects with air energy, which is all about the mental realm, beliefs, ideas, perspectives. So I feel that this month is all about becoming aware of what you have been focusing on and what you have been missing out on. Because I feel like there's some hidden information or something is not quite showing its true face, and you might not even be aware of it. It's more like your logical mind does not see it, but your guts, instincts, your intuition has been telling you that yes, something is not quite right here, or there's something more to this. So it's sort of like when something looks good on paper, it looks promising, but your gut instinct, your intuition tells you, no, it doesn't feel quite right. It just doesn't, this is not it. But you ignore that completely because you're like, why wouldn't it be? It looks perfect. It's exactly what I wanted. So in the month of April, universe will make it so that all that has been hidden will finally be revealed to prove that your intuition was actually on the right. Because the color pink here in the background, it's reminding me of seeing the world through rose-tinted lenses. So this can be actively ignoring what doesn't look pretty just to keep this idea of perfection, or this can even be ignoring that which is actually promising and beautiful, that which is actually authentic, because you're more focused on something else. This can be negative thinking, past situations, or this can be, I keep thinking of it like expectations. Like there's something that you really want or you really want to believe in, and so you hold on to it and you try to find reasons for why this is it for you. And in that, you completely avoid and push away or ignore that which is actually of you and for you. I'm looking at the twins here, and it's kind of reminding me of like duality, but it's sort of like there's two things being presented to you. one of it looks beautiful on paper, on the surface. It's the most similar to your visions of perfection, to your idea of a dream or of a wish. And the other one doesn't look anything like what you've been trying to manifest or what you want on the surface, but under the surface, it's everything that you have been asking for. So if this were in terms to a relationship, it's like the person who looks exactly like your ideal person, but at the core does not match at all what you've been wanting to manifest in your ideal partner. And then we have the other person here who at the surface does not look at all like your ideal partner, but at the core they are like your perfect match. It's sort of like that, and you truly want to ignore that which doesn't look like what you want, and you want to hold on with that looks like the perfect vision or like the perfect image or picture. Because with the message, the bullseye is always in the margins. It's kind of giving me this vibe of you're missing out on something, like you're missing some crucial information because you're very busy focusing on something that is not quite it. So with the message, listen when a city tells its secrets, it's reminding me of the intuitive message. Listen, hear, be observant. If this is in regards to a person who's not being genuinely authentic with you or is not being honest with you, they themselves will reveal who they truly are to you if you only paid more close attention. If it's not a person, if it's a situation, it's the same thing. If you are a bit more observant and listen and took the time to listen and actually hear what was being said, actually observe the environment, the scenario, this might be even like contracts or paperwork, then in the thing itself or in the situation itself, the truth will be revealed. Like you don't have to dig deeper. So this is about learning to see the bigger picture. Not only seeing what others want you to see or what the situation itself wants you to see so that I can appear favorable. This is about seeing the margins as well, looking around in order to then realize whether this is something that is for you or that you actually want for yourself. So I do feel like in the month of April, this is about perspectives, seeing something in a new perspective and gaining a lot of information from that. Okay, but now I will move into the other cards. Before I do that, I always forget. Let me pull out some key terms just to see what other main themes this month will have or focus on. Oh, that's a lot. So we have support, we have decision, we have rest, union, we have connection, and lastly, we have patience. Okay, so we do have the energy of patience coming up here again. That's what we received in the intuitive message. With connection and union, yes, I did give the example of there being two people. If that is the case, if you are currently pursuing someone or you're currently in a relationship with someone and it's just starting off, and again, there's some question about this person or this relationship, or like your spirit or your intuition is telling you that there's something not quite right here. I do feel like if this other person hasn't come in already, this person will come in April. And that is when your own being will be pulled to start paying more closer attention to your current relationships. This might not just be romantic, it might even be like friendships of sorts, but just pay closer attention to your relationships, because I feel like the person that is coming in April, they are more aligned to that person that you have been trying to manifest, or they are more compatible with you. Like I feel like there's a stronger connection with one of these individuals because we do have union here. So I do feel like there's a potential for new relationships to be formed in the month of April. But there might be some resistance to these new relationships. And the resistance I feel is primarily coming from you. With decision, I feel like there will be some important decisions to be made. If this is not in regards to to people or to relationships. It might be in terms to maybe job offers or career options. And then with support here, again, I feel like this is support coming from your spirit guides or from your higher self. As I felt in the intuitive message, I feel like there is a lot of reassurance here. They will not allow you to be deceived, is what I'm getting strongly. There won't be any deception here. All that needs to be seen will be shown to you. So these two cards are here to show us what changes will be happening this month. Now, as I mentioned in the introduction, some changes are out of our control and some changes are in our control. So this card here is to let us know what change will occur this month that is out of our control. And then this card here is to let us know what change we can make happen this month if we so desire to do so. So usually I take this as opportunities to create changes or shifts in our lives. And remember that these changes are here for your best interest. They are not against you. They are in your favor, okay? So for the first card, we have the Four of Cups, number 17, the fish. And then we have the Eight of Wands, number 13, the snake. Okay. Ooh, the sun is setting, so we have this beautiful natural lighting here. So the Four of Cups speaks about disillusionment, disappointment, dissatisfaction. So as I mentioned previously, I do feel like something new will be coming in the month of April. It's like a new offer. So this can be a relationship, this can be a job offer, an offer for a new apartment or a new house. But when you receive this offer, you immediately reject it. Again, because it doesn't look like what you wanted. I'm getting a bit of a stubborn energy with this group. It's like there's something that you really, really, really want, but the universe isn't giving it to you, or it's not so easy to have this that you want. This other thing is presenting itself to you, and you feel like the universe is trying to push it on you because it keeps coming up, or will keep coming up in the month of April, and you are just done with it. Like, you're frustrated about it because you don't want this. It's like the universe offering you chocolate ice cream, but for some reason you want, I don't know, vanilla ice cream, just an example. And the universe is all like, but trust me, you don't like vanilla, you like chocolate. And you're like, no, I want vanilla. I know what I want, and it's vanilla ice cream. I don't want chocolate ice cream. And the universe keeps pushing this chocolate ice cream for you because they know that your favorite flavor is chocolate, that you will not be satisfied or fulfilled by the vanilla ice cream. This is a horrible example, but that's what's coming through. And it feels like a change that is out of your control, because at some point you might feel like this is being pushed on you. Because with this fish popping up here, it just keeps reminding me of something that keeps showing up. And you don't understand why. Why this keeps showing up if you keep pushing it away, if you keep rejecting it. But I feel it's because it's not that this is being like pushed on you or that you're being pressured into this. It's more of the universe knows that this is what you've been asking for. Yes, it doesn't look like it, but at the core of it, it's exactly what you have been wishing for. It's exactly what you have been trying to manifest. And that's why they keep presenting this to you. Because possibly you keep asking for it, and every time you ask for it, this is what comes up. This is the person who texts you, or this is the person that you bump into, or this is the offer that keeps coming through. Or you keep thinking about this, or you keep dreaming about it, or you keep getting signs or synchronicities in regards to it. Because what your higher self wants you to do is to pay attention to this. Is to look at this more closely, because if you allow yourself the opportunity to look at it more closely, you will realize that there is more to this, that there is a reason why this keeps showing up. And it's sort of to help you remove this veil, like these rose tinted lenses. Because again, I feel like there's something that you guys are really focused on. There's something that you're really adamant on having, almost like a stubborn energy. And you're really holding on to it. Very capricious is the word I'm getting about it. But you're not really seeing that for what it is. And the universe already knows, already sees beyond the veil. So they know that at the end, this won't fulfill you. This is not for you. This does not resonate with you. And if you choose to do so, you can have this, what you want. But I feel like over time, you will realize that this thing that you want is not exactly it for you. Because it's almost like you put this on a pedestal. You've idolized it in some way. And it has nothing to do with the thing itself. It's more your idea of it. And so this is about tearing the illusions. That's why I feel this feels like such a disillusionment to you. Because I feel like when this presents itself, like your intuition, your soul, you already intuitively know that whatever you have been holding on to wasn't it, was never it. And sometimes that can be hard. I personally know that can be very difficult to admit, that what we thought was true or real for us or meant for us actually wasn't. And we were holding on to it because, I don't know, of ideals, expectations, or because maybe we were too afraid to actually see the truth, to actually accept what is for us, to actually accept, because what is for you will never be less than what you wanted. What is actually true to you will never be lesser than what you thought was meant for you. What is for you will always fulfill you. And sometimes we avoid what is of us, thinking that we don't like it because maybe at the core we don't feel deserving of it. Maybe at the core we're afraid of actually entering into a loving relationship or actually living that fairy tale that we've always wanted to live. That might be it, because we do have union and connection here. So I do feel like if this is in terms to a person, this person that's coming in or will make themselves repeatedly known to you in April is your counterpart, is that union that you've been craving for, that you've been wanting. It's that authentic connection. And maybe you've been very patient about it, about finally having this union, finally having this connection with somebody. But you've been very patient about having it with a specific person. And when you realize that it's not with that specific person, then it can be very disappointing. So I can understand why you would reject you would reject this new offer. But see what the message here says. The fish is the emblem of riches. I know it says through stock, but I'm mostly being focused to the riches. So I'm seeing that as fulfillment. I'm seeing it as success. Again, if this is not in terms to relationships, this can be a job opportunity. This can be career-wise. This can be like collaborating with somebody on a project. Maybe you wanted to specifically collaborate with a person, or collaborate with a company, agency of the sort, but it didn't happen. And you got the offer from another company or agency that is not very well known, and you're very angry about it. But maybe this agency will actually work with you, will actually connect with you and support your ideas. Whereas if you were to have gone with this other more popular agency per se, they wouldn't have listened to you. Just know that this is in your favor. This offer that's coming in, it's not to mess with you. It's not to make fun of you. It's not to irritate you or frustrate you. It's being given to you gently. It almost feels like a gentle energy. It doesn't feel like a pushy energy. It feels like that because you might feel it that way. But it comes in very gentle every once in a while because the universe wants to let you know, here it is. Here's what you've been asking for. Trust this. And it's like, I don't feel it's going anywhere, you guys. I don't feel like it's gonna go anywhere in the month of April. It's gonna keep coming back until you see the complete and the whole picture. With this 8 of Wands for a change that will be under your control. The 8 of Wands talks about fast moving energy. So it's speed, progress, movement. In this day of age, the Eight of Wands is usually interpreted as fast communication coming through the internet, social media, like phone calls, text messages. So the change that you can make happen is how you decide to respond towards what is going to be revealed to you. Because we do have the number 13 here, and the 13th card in the Rider-Waite's Tarot is the Death card. That's all about transformation, rebirth, endings. And we do have the snake here, which reminds me of that death energy. It's shedding layers in order to see the core or the truth of a situation. And that's what we were getting here. It's about removing masks, removing the veils in order to see what is hidden underneath. So when the truth is finally revealed to you, how you choose to respond to the information that is given to you will be up to you. As I mentioned before, your free will is being respected here. All that is being put on your lap or pushed onto you per se is the information, is the opportunities. But the decision always remains in your hands. So again, what you want and what is compatible with you will be given to you in the month of April, these two choices. But which one you decide to take or to go with at the end will be up to you. And with this Eight of Wands, it's reminding me of communication. And so what you communicate in the month of April will be very, very important. It almost feels like nothing will move or progress unless you take the first step. So if it's like texting someone or needing to send an email or needing to communicate, nothing will move forwards unless you're the one who communicates first. So if this is a new person coming in, even though this person keeps magically appearing in your life, they won't push their presence or their energy or their wands onto you. So they might communicate or like text you first or say hi to you or something like that. But it's like the ball is always in your hands. So if you decide to cut the conversation short, then this person won't push it. And there might be intervals of time when this new person might not text you, and it might be because they're respecting your free will. So it's always up to you. If you do want to establish a connection with this person, it will depend on whether you communicate it. And it's not so much because this person lacks a backbone, but it's more like this situation here is to remind you that your free will is always being acknowledged and respected. Especially if you feel like something has been pushed onto you, this is universe giving you that space and letting you know, hey, this keeps popping up, but we're not forcing you to accept it. Because as long as you feel like this is not what you want, I feel like with this person, this situation, like this offer here will always be mindful of that. It's almost like they sense the rejection. So they might sense that they're not very wanted, which is kind of sad, but and so that's why they're very careful. That's why they're not insistent in that way. I hope that makes sense. So the actions you take will be very important in letting others know what decision you have made. So it's important to be mindful of how you're coming through this month. So this is here as an opportunity to choose which beginning you want to embark in, what story you want to continue on, or whether you want to conclude a story to begin a new one. That's the energy I'm getting here. But now let's move on to the last card, which is here to show us something exciting that will happen in this month of April. So this might be good news, a manifestation, or blessings. And we have the Two of Arrows and Justice. Okay, so the Two of Arrows is the Two of Swords in the Rider-Waite's Tarot. And this often speaks about making tough decisions. Because we have her with the blindfold here, this can often represent denial or the inability to see the truth. So as I mentioned before, those are crows. So the blessing here is actually finally seeing the truth. It's finally being given the information needed to make a confident decision. Now, we do have the symbol of the green man here. The green man always reminds me of masculine energy, but it also reminds me of manifestations, of your blessings finally coming in. So this month, your blessing is your manifestations are coming. But they're being presented to you in two ways. It's like the universe wants you to know that they have been listening to you. They acknowledge your wants and they acknowledge your needs. And so they're presenting you with what you want, and they're also presenting you with what you need or what is of you. So sometimes we may think that we know what we want, but in reality, we don't, because what we think we want is more to do with like our fears or our false perception of self or our false perception of happiness or fulfillment or success. And so this month you're being presented with that which you think will make you happy and that which will actually inspire happiness. And then it is up to you to see these for what they are and then choose. Choose for yourself what you feel you are deserving of. And I keep thinking of free will. It's like if you've ever felt like you've never had a choice, if you've ever felt like you have been tricked into things, this month is to release you of those chains. It sounds very harsh, but it's actually very nice of spirit to do, because they're not denying you anything. They're giving you everything you wanted and everything you need, and they're allowing you to choose for yourself. So with her blue dress, it's reminding me of the throat chakra. So that's all about speaking your truth. So please, 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 make your decision based on your truth, not on what other people feel should be for you. Not because I'm telling you one is better than the other, one is meant for you or isn't. This is about following what you feel is for you. It's not necessary that you need to make a choice this month. This Eight of Wands was only letting us know to be mindful of your intentions, actions, and words. Arrows does connect with air energy, which is all about communication as well, and I see it as intention. So see how she's holding these two arrows, but she's putting her foot down on her bow, so she's deciding to not make any moves. So it's about being mindful of the moves you decide to make in April, because these moves will give signals to these other people or give signal to the universe. And so if you're not sure, do not feel like you are rushed or being rushed to make any decisions this month, okay? Give yourself that space to be sure. I don't feel like this person is going anywhere or this opportunity here. They will only leave when you finally make your decision, when you finally decide to take some form of action, okay? So that's all I have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it brought some guidance, some clarity. If it did, then please leave a like or a comment. And if you want to stick around for more readings with me, Kim, then please do subscribe. I do offer personal readings. All the information is in the description box down below. Thank you so much for watching, and until next moment. Thank you so much for watching, and until next moment. Bye-bye. All seekers who chose the rose quartz. So before we get into the cards, I would like to share with you what I have intuitively picked up on from solely connecting with the energy of this group. So for you guys, I received the messages: free yourself, free your mind, be inspired by you, and be open to receive. And the rose quartz does remind me of the heart chakra. More specifically, it reminds me of the higher heart chakra, also known as the thymus chakra. And this chakra allows us to connect more deeply with our inner child, with our authenticity, and with our higher self. So I do feel that this month is all about connecting more with self. It sort of feels like self-acceptance, or coming into this self-acceptance. I just got honest connections, true connections. So in this month, you might be forming or coming into connections Ooh, and I just got dizzy. Like of a high frequency. That's what I'm getting. It's like very strong connections. Might be spiritual connections or connections based from the heart, from that higher heart energy. So they are authentic, they are genuine, they are unconditional. I just heard long time coming. It's been a long time coming. A lot of words just keep coming through. I just heard forever. This is our forever. Okay, but now I will move into the cards. So this card here is from the Art Oracle deck, and it is here to give us an overview of the month of April, as well as the main themes or some lessons that may be learned this month. So we have Frida Kahlo. Convalescence lasts a lifetime. You don't spell painting without pain. Art is your most loyal companion. Externalize your internal world. Okay, this is calling my attention. Externalize your internal world. Yes, I feel like this is about letting your spirit finally break free. It's sort of reminding me of group 1, but this is a more softer energy. This is about finally allowing yourself to express your truest self and bringing your most deepest desires and dreams to the surface. So I'm seeing these as your dreams finally having the opportunity to be manifested. It's more like you're finally believing in your dreams. Sometimes we have dreams, but we lack confidence in them. It might either be because we're skeptical about them coming true, even though we desire them, or at the core we may not feel deserving of them. But this is finally connecting with your heart space, connecting with your spirit, and realizing that these are your dreams. They come from within you. They are of you, and thus there's no denying that they are meant for you. This month is about finally believing in yourself to make your dreams a reality. Finally believing that you are deserving of this life that you keep envisioning for yourself, or that you are deserving of whatever it is that you have been dreaming of or wishing for. This is also about self-expression. So dressing how you want to dress, eating what you want to eat, showing up how you want to show up every day. Even if it doesn't fit the norm, even if it doesn't fit the standard. This is about breaking the mold because you have never been comfortable in it. And it's showing up in your true colors, whatever those colors may be. And it's not so much of an energy of giving zero fucks, but it's more like you love yourself so much now that you're giving yourself the space to be you. And I'm getting like emotional for some reason, but it's like such a very soft and sweet energy. It's not so much that you don't care what other people think. It's not about that. It's that you're accepting yourself in a very humble and beautiful and gentle way, that the opinions of others, you feel compassion for them in a way. Like you don't just reject them or ignore them, but it's like you smile upon them like with this gentle smile, and you let them be. Like this is about reaching this self-acceptance in which you accept others for how they're showing up without judging them. It's a very beautiful energy, and I feel like it's very, I wouldn't say unique, but very, very, very rare, because there's just pure love here. Love for self and love for others. And see how she has here like a little bird on her shoulder, a little parrot. So this is about compassion over all living beings. This is about truly connecting with the energy of spirit. Remember, spirit is not divided. Spirit is all that is. And so you don't see people for their physical vessels or for their social status or what they're wearing or what they're going through or what they believe in or what is coming out of their mouths, because parrots are quite the talkers. This is about seeing deeper than that. It's when someone is speaking to you or you're speaking to someone, you look directly into their eyes and you speak with their spirit. You communicate with their spirit. And in that, there's so much comprehension, there's so much compassion, there's so much love and respect. it's like it's exuding this beautiful divine feminine energy, as we can see here with this full moon, but it's also this blend of the masculine energy as well, as we can see with the sun. So it's finally having your masculine and your feminine in union within you, having this beautiful balance. And we do have the message here, convalescence lasts a lifetime. You don't spell painting without paint. This is reminding me of the healing journey. I know it's difficult to comprehend this healing journey because oftentimes we hold this mentality that in order to receive our blessings or in order to be the best version of ourselves, we need to be completely healed. Now, honestly, I don't know what that means, being completely healed. People might have different definitions or perceive it differently according to whatever situation they're going through. But in this message, as we can see, Frida, she has these arrows, right, that are stabbing her. And that's, I perceive to be like her shadow side, her pain, her heartache, what she has gone through. But then we have here life growing from her. And that's what she shows to the world, right? This is possibly what she keeps hidden, but this is what she shows to the world. And this is kind of reminding me that we can heal ourselves from certain things, but this notion that we need to be completely and fully healed in order to be valid, or in order to show up in the world, or in order to be empowered or have the life that we want or receive the blessings that are meant for us, is a false notion. Because in this life, it's all about getting to know yourself more. And you are going to experience new experiences that at some point they might bring a certain degree of pain and heartache. As you can see here, you don't spell painting without pain. I'm seeing painting as beauty, as growth, as life. And with all living things, there is a point in which there's darkness. There is a point in which the seeds are buried underneath the soil. And so even though we may want the perfect life of no heartache, of no pain, in order to have balance, there is going to be some degree of that. Even in our most happiest moments, there might be some heartache, there might be some pains, there might be some sadness. But it is through that sadness, that happiness, that healing comes through. So this is about no longer hiding your wounds, no longer hiding your pain. Because yes, we were talking about how this might be her hidden pains or fears, but as we can see, she's showing up right in the middle here. She's demonstrating both aspects of herself. So there is no more shame here. This is who I am, she says. This is me, as I am right now. And as I am right now, I am beautiful. The whole of me. I am my past, I am my present, and I will soon become my future. No one defines me. I am the sum of all of this and more. Art is your most loyal companion. For some of you, again, I feel like this is about self-expression. So in the month of April, you will be expressing more of who you are. Now, for some, it might mean some creative outlet, be it through painting, drawing, singing, cooking, baking, be it through some athletic endeavors or business, entrepreneurship, be it in the way that you speak, be it in the way that you walk, or you dress yourself, or you decide to do your makeup, or you decide to not do your makeup. And all of these things, your spirit will be coming through. So if you are looking to express more of yourself, then look to what calls to you. If you like fashion, then there you go. Do not be afraid to dress how you want to dress and speak to the world in the best way that you know how to communicate, and do it with love and compassion. This is about no longer using hatred to voice your pain, but learning to flip it around and use compassion and love and gentleness and kindness and respect. because we know that Frida Kahlo went through a lot, and she chose to use art to express what was going on internally. And because of Frida Kahlo's backstory, I do feel the need to mention the body. We oftentimes can be very harsh to our physical vessel for whatever reason. And when it comes to that, sometimes I try to view my vessel as an other entity. I am my spirit, and this physical body is what allows my spirit to interact with this physical world. And so if I am gentle to all living creatures outside of me, then why would I not be gentle to this body that is allowing me to interact with all the beauty that is around me? This is about forming a new, healthier relationship with your physical body as well. It's always up to you, but be mindful of your body. Ask it what it needs at this moment. What would it make it feel more comfortable, more at home, more safe and secure? And strive to bring that safety and security to your physical vessel. Because the more comfortable your physical vessel is, the more healthier it feels, the more safe, the more that you will feel at home. And with these dry lands in the back, it's reminding me of being dehydrated. So for some of you, you're being encouraged to, if you haven't been drinking a lot of water, then start drinking a little bit of more water. Start hydrating your body a bit more. Also, I feel like in terms to like diet, I'm not saying go, sorry. I'm not saying go on a diet. It's more of like pay mind to what boosts your energy. So like what certain foods kind of deplete your energy, and what certain foods get you feeling more chirpy or lighter, or have you feeling a bit healthier. I also feel like there will be a lot of connection with nature, with animals, with plants in April. And as I mentioned, this is about no longer hiding your wounds or your pain. This is about letting yourself cry when you need to cry, expressing what you're feeling when you feel that it is needed, letting others know when they've crossed a boundary. This is about self-love and respect. Okay, but now I'm going to pull out some key terms just to see what other main themes we'll be covering in April. Okay, why do I feel like one more? Just one more. Okay, there. So we have ask. Okay, we have reveal. Perfect. We have love. Yes. Offer. Tower. And create. Beautiful. So with what do we begin? With ask. If, as I mentioned, this is about no longer hiding your pain, your wounds, your emotions. If you feel like asking for help to work through your emotions, or to work through certain thoughts that are coming up in your head that are causing a lot of confusion, then please do not hesitate to ask for help. This might be in terms to therapy. This might be asking a friend, asking someone that you trust. Do not be afraid to reach for help, okay? Reaching for help, asking for help is also an act of self-love. When you feel you need that extra reassurance, when you feel like you need that lending hand, not denying yourself that extra support is an act of self-love. So do not refuse yourself that, okay? Ask. With love, again, as I mentioned already, this is about self-love. This month, I genuinely feel it truly in my heart space. This month is all about opening your heart to love, to giving and to receiving this love. It's about feeling the love that you are, that you hold within, and then allowing it to blossom like a flower, like we have here. There's so much love in you, and you'll finally be receiving it and experiencing it this month for yourself. It's like, it feels like the energy of spring. It's like something blossoming and flourishing after having been so long underneath the soil in the dark. With reveal, again, this is about self-expression, revealing who you truly are, revealing your wounds, revealing that which has caused you pain, and then allowing it to come to the surface so that it can be healed, so that you can turn it into something beautiful. Sometimes, we can't let go of certain past situations. And the more that we try to let go, or the more that we try to conquer it or exterminate it, the more difficult it becomes for us. Sometimes all that is needed is acceptance or acknowledgement, and then transmuting that energy. As you can see here, she has these arrows and this plant in the same spot. So it's about turning it into something beautiful. This might be you've gone through some painful experience, but you decide not to just internalize this, right? Keep it within, but you decide to share it with others. And in that, help heal others, or help others feel not so alone in their own experience and in their own journey. And in that comes a bit of healing, comes love. So this is about revealing the self in order to give space to others to reveal themselves. Because also, when we show up authentically, we give space for others to show up authentically as well. So that's what I'm getting with offer here as well. It's offering this space to others. Also offering that space to yourself, offering that support, that love to yourself. We have create here. So this is about creating in the month of April, creating something new and beautiful. You might just be very creative this April. With Tower, this is just reminding me of letting go of anything that was not stable, letting go of anything that was not true, that is not real, allowing the tower that is already falling apart to fully fall down, so that you can rebuild yourself, or you can rebuild something more stable. Okay, but now let's move into the other cards. So these cards here are to let us know what changes will be occurring in the month of April. So this card here is to let us know what changes are out of our control. And this card is to let us know what changes we can make happen if we so desire to do so. So I often see this as opportunities that lend hand to create change or shifts in our life. Okay, so we have the Knight of Cups, the book, number 22. And we have the Two of Pentacles, number 18, the Lady. So the Knight of Cups often represents romantic proposals, offers, or invitations. Now, these offers don't necessarily have to be romantic. They are simply offers that fulfill you emotionally. Cup energy connects with the element of water. And I often associate water with intuition, with emotions, as well as with spirit. So I am getting a very intuitive and spiritual energy coming from this Knight of Cups. It's also a very soft energy. So the change that is happening for you guys, as I was feeling with the overall energy, feels very gentle and very soft. And with this book here, the book reminds me of new beginnings. It's of a new chapter in your life, or a new story. Now, this is a change that is out of our control, right? But having the Tower energy here, it feels like there's a moment. There's like this Tower moment in the month of April that kind of forces is not the right word, but that's what I'm getting right now. It's like forces you to think, to contemplate whether you want to keep experiencing the world, as I mentioned, through pain, or that you decide now, enough is enough. I can keep letting this torment me and rule my life, or I put my foot down today and say no more, because I'm not broken, because I still have this beating heart that holds love within. And even though I didn't receive or experience that love before in the past, that doesn't mean that I can't experience it now in my present, and I won't experience it in my future. And I don't have to wait a year from now, 2 years from now, a week from now to feel glorious, to be glorious, to stand under the sun, to soak up that beautiful moonlight. So with this Tower, this might be an opportunity in which you can tell your side of the story. So it might feel like a Tower moment because it might come through in form of confrontation, a conversation that you have been avoiding, or that has been put on hold. It might just feel like this very crucial moment for you because you know now this is it. This is where I get to tell my side of the story. This is where things will be revealed. This is where I can finally choose to break free from my chains. And see what the message here in the card is. The book presages the discovery of a mystery affecting the person for the better. So mystery, I'm seeing it as hidden truths, secrets, things that you suppressed. Now, this I'm also seeing it as an actual offer as we were getting here. So again, if you decide to tell your side of the story, you might write a book or a poem or a short story or a song or create something or just voice it out. And then you might be receiving offers. Now, these might be just like supportive commentary, supportive feedback, but I also feel like there is offer here to maybe, again, like a bigger platform which you can tell your story and which you can share your story, your knowledge, your wisdom, how you manage through all of this, or you can share your art or your creations. I also feel like if for those of you who have been looking for a romantic offer or who have been single for quite a while now, I do feel like a romantic offer is coming in. This is a person or a relationship that is new, is different. It's not like a relationship you've ever had before because it's very gentle. It's such a genuine and warm energy that's coming through here. And that's why I feel like we have this book that's not even opened yet, because this is something you haven't even experienced as of yet. This is a relationship that maybe you fantasized about, but you've never gotten to be in as of yet, but it's coming in April. And for those of you who do practice like journaling to manifest, or you wrote down certain intentions of what relationship you wanted, what you wanted to feel in this relationship, then I feel like you have manifested this. And it's finally coming in April. It's finally being revealed to you. Because I do feel it's a love offer that's coming in. And if it's not necessarily romantic, if you are currently in a romantic relationship, and it's a healthy, happy, committed relationship, then this just might be a platonic relationship. It just feels like someone who is extremely supportive, who loves you truly unconditionally, and their energy just feels very gentle, very warm, extremely authentic, so very kind, very balanced as well. I feel like they have their head in the right space and they have their heart fully open, and their mind and their heart are very connected with each other. So they don't let one overrule the other. And this might be very specific, very unique. So it might not resonate with everyone. And I don't feel like it's meant to. But for those of you who write, as I mentioned, journal or have a diary, if you tend to journal or as if you were writing a letter and as if you were speaking to someone, even though you might not know who this person is, it's like you're directing your journal entries or your diary entries to someone, then I feel like you unknowingly you have been connecting with someone. It's sort of like having this telepathic communication with someone else, but kind of being unaware of it. So if you are very inspired when you are writing, and if you feel like there's a loving presence around you, or like you're actually communicating with someone, again, even though you might not know who it is, then please know that you have. It's like I feel there's someone who has been receiving your messages. Maybe they don't know that it's coming from someone else. Maybe it's just ideas that come to them, or it comes to them, I feel like, in forms of sentiments and emotions. I feel like you have a connection with someone, and it's more of an emotional connection. Again, like I mentioned before, it comes from the higher heart. So you feel each other's emotion. Again, we do have the heart, and it's open here for us to see. So I do feel like there's this connection, this heart connection with another person. And finally, this person is going to be revealed to you in the month of April. Now, they might come in physically, meeting physically, but if not, it's like you will see them, or you will get to know them, or know of them, or know their name, or you might just become aware that they are real, that there is someone that you have been connecting with. Again, we have 222 here. So if you have been seeing 222 a lot, then again, I'm getting partnerships here. I'm getting like divine unions or like soul connections. You will be given some very important information in the month of April in regards to this divine connection or this spiritual connection. I'm getting the energy of union here. Maybe this person might say something, or maybe they create also as well. They're creative or creators, and they might share something that will give you a clue that they have been picking up on your energy or that they have been receiving your messages. It would just validate your experience, what you have been experiencing. And I feel like if you see 222 a lot, that might be a sign that this person is near, or that the identity of this person will be revealed to you pretty soon. Now, the Two of Pentacles speaks about balance or trying to find the balance. It also speaks about partnerships, but I'm mostly seeing it as duality because the Two of Pentacles can often represent an up and down energy, like having ups and downs. So I feel like this is very representative of the healing journey. The healing journey is never linear. There's ups, there's downs, there's good times, there's bad times. So I feel this is very similar to this energy here, right? So this is about you finding the balance. And again, getting external and internal. So finding the balance between your external and internal world. Sometimes we may feel really bad within internally, but our external world is pretty much okay. And sometimes it can be vice versa, right? In which our external reality is like crap, but our internal world is pretty okay. So when that happens, when you see that the scale here is kind of unbalanced, then you have the choice to balance it out, you know? Like, realize that it doesn't have to be all good and all bad. It's also paying focus to that which is good, not paying so much focus to that which is bad, or vice versa, right? Because sometimes we can ignore everything that is bad and focus only on the good, and that doesn't do much good either, because that keeps us blinded in a way. So this is about finding a balance, appreciating what is going good in our lives, and realizing that that can help us work through our pains or our struggles. I also feel like this is in regards to choosing how you show up. Sometimes we can't control our external environment, but we can choose how we respond to it. And again, I'm not saying that's easy. That's something that we work through, but I feel like you guys have already gone through immense healing. You have already experienced so much that you are more familiar with your emotions and your triggers. And so even though it's not easy, I feel like you will start to realize that you can choose to respond differently now. And again, this is not about avoiding your internal reality for your external reality, or your external reality for your internal reality. It's allowing them both to come beautifully together, blend like these colors that we have here. And as I always mention in my readings, remember that you're not two-dimensional or one-dimensional. You're multifaceted. So if one day you decide to show up one way, and then the other day you just decide to show up in another way, like one day you decide to dress up in a ball gown and the next day you decide to dress up in a tracksuit, that does not make you, this is a harsh word, like fake or a hypocrite. No, that's just you expressing all parts of you. So let yourself be. One is not more true than the other. They are all parts of you. So this is basically, the change is in how you choose to perceive the world, how you choose to experience it, how you choose to show up, and what you choose to accept into your life as well. You have that choice, okay? So next one is something exciting that will be happening this month. So this might be blessings, good news, or manifestations. And we have the Ace of Vessels, the waters of life. So the Ace of Vessels is the Ace of Cups in the Rider-Waite Tarot. And aces always speak of new beginnings, and these are beginnings in terms to relationships, in terms to romance, love, happiness. I see the Ace of Vessels as expressing emotional and spiritual fulfillment and abundance. So usually the Ace of Cups when it shows up, it speaks about self-love. And that's what we were talking about here, self-acceptance. And I often see this card as a community, as creating the safe space in which like-minded individuals can come together, or people with similar experiences can come together to speak freely, to support each other, to be of help to one another. With the waters pouring here, I'm connecting this card strongly to spirit. So as I mentioned before, this is about seeing spirit and all that is. And that's a level that you guys are reaching now. And I'm seeing this as letting love, it's being so full in love that you can share with others freely and never fear being depleted, never fear going empty, because you realize that you're limitless, that your supply of love is limitless. Because when you open yourself to spirit, there's no end to you. Again, we have the swan here, we have the stag. And the stag actually comes in the strength card, and I see it as a protector. I see it as someone who's loyal, a defender. And I actually feel it's this knight, like a knight energy. So if you have already an inkling of who this person might be, because that's what I'm seeing here, but you have been kind of in the doubts of whether this is the person or not, I feel in April you will finally be giving that confirmation. It's like you will finally accept it. Your experiences will be validated. And I feel like it's because this confirmation is coming from them. So before, I feel like you might have seen a lot of synchronicities or signs generally around you, but this confirmation feels like it's coming directly from them. Maybe you dream about this person and they give you a specific message and then they post this on their social media, or you might write something and they give like a direct answer in a post or something like that, even though you didn't share it with them. Something like that. That feels very extraordinary and removes any doubts. And I feel like your telepathic communication will get stronger in the month of April. And with the waters of life, it's reminding me of creativity again. So I feel a lot of like creative energy going on in this month. And I feel like most of the creative ideas that are coming in are coming from spirit, are coming from your higher self. And I feel it's because this is meant to help you heal, but it's meant also to help others heal. So if you are pulled to share this with others, then please do so, because I feel like you might be the answer to someone's prayers. That's what I'm getting with ask. So if you are pulled to do an act of kindness, then please don't hesitate to do so, because again, I feel like you might be the answer to someone's prayers. Okay, but that's all I have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it brought some guidance, some clarity. If it did, then please leave a like or a comment. And if you want to stick around for more readings with me, Kim, then please do subscribe. I do offer personal readings. All the information is in the description box down below. Thank you so much for watching, and until the next moment, bye bye.